Welcome to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt Zurio. Tonight, I am joined by the Beanie One, Gerard. I don't know what he's doing. Barrera.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Hey, how'd you going? I had you.
It's like you were testing the pop filter by tapping out.
Right?
Always.
Hey, guys, how's it going? Hello, how are you, all my nerds? Thank you for viewing. Thank you for watching. And hey, guys, what's up?
And fresh off his tour of the East Coast in Richmond, Virginia, and nice soggy Richmond, humid Virginia, is Theo Babyface Wolski.
I mean, if we get the opportunity to talk, we will talk about good God, how bad it was over there.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine. Yeah.
And then the man with the couch, as always, the pup supreme, Jason Belidio.
How's it going, guys? How's it going today? Jerry, the heck, man,
yo?
I told you. Didn't you get the memo? Blue shirt, sir.
No. There are three members in Blue Man Group, guys. I'm the engineer. So this is great. This works out.
No.
You were backstage.
No, he's not even the engineer. Hold on. He's not even the engineer. He's the groupie.
Ew, that's rude.
Come on, man. Come on.
It's all right, Jerry. I cuddle the groupies. You're good.
Don't make me bring up pictures of E3 2015.
It's okay. He's got PlayStation.
Don't even start that.
PlayStation. It's okay. I'm believing you.
Okay,
No,
I'll upgrade
involuntary cuddling.
Involuntary. I'll upgrade you to roadie. Consent. How about that? We'll make you a roadie.
There you go.
That's cool, man.
Cool, man.
It's all about the performance and the artists.
So do it for the band. You gotta do it for the band, man.
Yeah, sweet, man. I'll take it.
You're the backbone, sir. You're the backbone.
Before we talk about the West Coasters last week, Theo, how was Richmond besides stupid, soul-crushing, humid?
How'd you do, man?
It wasn't even just the humidity. So the worst thing was Thursday. So Wednesday was okay and like so humid and everything, missed out in the rain, torrential rain in the afternoon. We were forecasted rain on Thursday. It decided to be, no, we're not going to rain. It's just going to be sunny. It's going to be 94 with 94% humidity.
Oh, it was
94% humidity.
I kid you not. I literally did not stop dripping sweat for 6 hours.
Oh,
for 6 hours.
Well, at least now
dropped 10 pounds in water weight just right there.
At least now your skin is like silky smooth from all that sweat.
No, it might be dried out because of all the salt, dude.
It's all rejuvenated. Yeah, it's all that rejuvenated.
All that salt.
Got all that salt out.
Oh my God,
that's crazy.
That was awful. So that made it difficult for the end of the day, but I shot pretty good that day. I shot about average. I shot a 252 out of 360 for the first half, then dropped down to a 244, which kind of sucked because that last 6 arrows kind of dropped because I was pretty exhausted from that heat. So, oh well.
Oh, that's crazy. But still, man, like, how was the score compared to last? Like, you're still on a good path?
If we compare it to last year, the bar was set pretty low because
I didn't mean like last tournament. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was about par. Which was nice.
All right, cool.
For that first day.
You're still moving forward. You're still on the right path. That's good.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is that we had to do 2 days of qualifiers, so I got to repeat the second day on Friday. And
cool.
I actually ended up shooting matched my personal best for half, surpassed my personal best for the total, and surpassed personal best for the entire tournament.
Nice.
So it's actually worked out pretty good.
Cool.
And then it was my first time actually legit qualifying for eliminations. So there was actually more than 64 people. So I didn't get into eliminations by default. I actually had to beat people by score.
Nice. You're used to it being by default.
Yeah, exactly. So that was the first time for that. And then I went out in my first elimination match, but I went against the number 7 seed, who is a previous gold medalist at the Youth Olympics for archery.
Oh wow.
So
Damn.
Okay.
I think it was a little one-sided for that one.
Should have just hit him in the kneecap, just like, hey, look over there.
Pull a Tanya Harding.
Yeah, Tanya
Exactly.
Harding.
It's just like I'm pulling an arrow and just like whoosh, stab him right behind me.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like, oh, sorry, I forgot you
Oh.
were standing right there.
You're right there.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
sorry.
PSA, we don't condone that type of violence. We don't take any suggestions
we're just
whatsoever.
If anything, we would only do that to each other.
Ooh.
No, I still wouldn't
No.
stab you with an arrow. Don't worry.
I don't know. Those games of Monopoly do get kind of heated, though.
That's true.
Just letting you
Oh,
know.
That is true.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like good heated. It's more like no.
Yeah.
Like it's more like no. I have this. You don't.
Right.
Yeah.
It is the battle of the dirty looks.
It
for
really
things
is.
happening in Monopoly.
Yeah. One bad deal, and
Yep.
you could lose it. I know.
Yeah.
That's how I lost my title.
Or the
that's
refusal
how
of
I
good
keep
deals,
the title
Jerry.
with me, both
Right.
single
Yeah,
and multiplayer amongst you guys.
That's considered a bad deal. I refused a good deal.
Jason,
I lost.
we'll be bringing that belt back to Arizona here soon.
way,
so
man.
Don't worry.
And I promise
That
we
day-
will.
that
we
will
will
be the
have,
day that Jason moves to Arizona.
I know, right?
No.
That's the only way is moving to Arizona.
And I do promise this. We will have a physical iteration of the belt.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing my research. I'm looking around. Something maybe we
Yeah.
can like just use or as a prop or maybe
Yeah.
convert it. So
Mm.
I'm
There you
looking.
go.
I'm
All
looking.
right.
I'm
So-
down with that.
Jason, Jared, how were your guys' weeks?
No, nothing too crazy, just another usual week.
Getting some more shows done?
Uh, what did
No,
we
not even
do?
that.
I mean, we watched the Bob Ross documentary.
Oh, there's a Bob Ross documentary.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
saw that pop up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh God.
Was on Netflix.
kind of crazy, but it's like, dang, that's it was not too bad. Other than that,
Speaking of
otherwise-
Netflix, did you see the pictures of Cowboy Bebop?
Oh, dude, I am so
Oh,
ready
yeah.
for that. John
too.
Cho actually looks pretty good as a
He's-
Spike.
I've never seen the show. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
admit it right now. Which
Dude.
I'm probably gonna go try and watch it now.
Yeah,
But
just
yeah,
like-
he
I mean,
looks
like, you're not a
he-
big anime person. per
not
se.
really. However, I go back OG to Vampire Hunter D and Akira.
Mm.
That's my original animes, which were some of the first ones that came stateside. It really got the craze going over here. But I will admit, he looks like the animated version.
Yeah, he looks pretty spot on a little bit, and
Yeah.
I have a little bit of I'm kind of wishing that they had somebody cast for Ed, but it's just gonna be it seems too big of a role. Like it's way out there.
Yeah.
And they probably
do you
should
mean?
because they get the full Bebop crew,
Yeah.
Even if
Yeah.
it's like, hey, like a little bit later, we'll see Ed. But
There was a 90s.
Oh!
There was a
Um,
90s version in like up for to be filmed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know who was supposed to star in it?
Who?
Ooh.
Keanu.
Oh,
Of
man.
course.
Yeah.
Of course, Keanu.
Because like he was going with like he was doing Johnny Mnemonic and like kind of
Yeah,
I mean,
doing those action
he
films.
did have the build for the
Yeah.
character for sure.
he does. Yeah,
Definitely had the
that
build.
lanky.
Hey,
oh,
Jared,
God.
Jared, your Pierre is coming to say hi.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
My boy, my brother.
What's up, dude?
What's up, man? Thank you for watching, dude.
So let's talk Spider-Man.
Spidey.
Ooh,
Let's talk about
dude.
that trailer.
That trailer,
Man.
man.
Out of me.
So it does look like they're taking the one more day storyline.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah,
Where
but in such a clever way of using multiverse Sinister Six.
Mm.
Mhm.
Such
okay.
a good idea.
Let me ask you a question. Is it Doctor Strange?
Oh, that
Oh, the
theory
whole
that it's not
Mephisto
actually
thing?
Doctor
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah.
You know what?
With how
That might-
he was,
yeah,
I don't think it is.
with how
know.
nonchalant he was, especially with like Wong, and he just like winks at
Peter
Peter.
and
Oh, that was still
I-
kind.
I
That's
thi-
still kind of Doctor.
I feel like that wasn't
Mm.
quite Doctor. There's a little too, because like especially towards the end of the original Doctor Strange movie, he got super serious about the craft and everything.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, but
like,
he still
and
joked
he-
with Wong though. Like,
but at the same time though is he had to go into 14 million different timelines to figure out which one
yeah,
the
so he
entire world
definitely
is saved.
like knows
He-
not to mess with crap. But at the same time,
True.
he kind of knows how to mess with it to get into favor too. At the same
But,
time,
That's gonna be
he went through 14 million, and he managed to pick the one that worked.
I
It's
don't
one of those
know.
things like
I-
why would
I
Strange
just
want to
don't
do
know.
that? Like what game
Mhm.
would it be? You know?
See,
I mean, if he saw something with Peter, like, and Spider-Man just like going and quitting, and he played a vital role in further or in future events, he may need to protect his identity for that.
It wouldn't surprise me though if it is Mephisto though. It really wouldn't, because they've teased his entry into the MCU enough now.
I mean,
yeah, but that was still rumor.
but they
and
do
the
they do
rumors
need
were
to
wrong.
set up. They do need to set up for a new big boss. You know.
But isn't this supposed to be
But they
setting
are.
up for, because Wanda is supposed to be in Madness of Multiverse, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's strange. We were talking Spider-Man.
But we do
Oh, that's
know
true.
Kang's going to be the new bad.
As far as we know.
Yeah,
As far as we
For
know,
for,
right?
Really?
It's-
Yeah.
for the new
I-
phase.
I still
okay.
I still think we're gonna get like I feel like Doom is like in the horizon.
We need Doom, but at the same time, then we need Fantastic Four
Exactly.
to get up off the
But
bench.
that's it. But
get your
that's
ass in
at
the
the
game
end of
and-
the end of this phase.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like Kang is not just it. I feel like there's going to be more the way
yeah.
that they're going.
Kane will be the
Oh,
big
yeah.
bad at the end.
But
probably.
I mean, that's what I mean. At the big bad at the end,
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be more like bigger, and I think they're
Mhm.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna go bigger.
I
and
would
more
totally
vast.
agree, because I mean, especially since how Loki ended, and he basically needs to restart another life. They have time for that to build up
Yeah.
in the background or whatever.
Because
So that way, at the end of the saga, you have this huge big bad that I guess Loki might have the most knowledge about for the Avengers to go against.
yeah, and this is also just kind of like a prelude of like what's to come in the new Spider-Man movie. Like they're not afraid of using different variants of villains in one movie. So why wouldn't they want to use different variants of heroes? Like that's what I mean. Like I feel like like they're gonna try and go like bigger than Endgame.
I think that makes sense, especially with Madness of the Multiverse. I think
Yeah.
No Way Home opens the door, and Madness of the Multiverse, you're stepping through that door to really open up.
especially like
the-
if
the
they do bring
freedom,
the other
creative freedom for
the
it.
other two Spider-Mans, like okay, why would they stop there?
So with what Pierce bringing up is that yes, Spider-Man, the rights to Spider-Man are owned by Sony. Hence, they're doing Venom 2, they're doing Spider-Woman,
Right. But
that sort of thing. However, they have an agreement with Marvel to use to use Spider-Man in the MCU. Hence, this is the third movie of that deal.
yeah.
Which that deal is
Yeah.
now, after it releases, that deal is expired now.
So you
essentially.
think
But-
Tom Holland's Spider-Man will end then?
There is a rumor though that Sony is trying to buy outright the rights to Spider-Man,
Oh,
reverse that.
or Marvel rather. Marvel and Disney rather are trying to buy out Sony of the
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Thank you.
Yeah, I heard
Um,
that
Oh, okay.
rumor too.
So we'll see what happens with that. Other than that, I'm pretty sure they'll probably sign a new lucrative deal, because I don't think Sony Pictures wants to give up the Spider-Man rights, because
No way.
they do have Spider-Man and Spider-Woman in the pipe. You've got Venom 2 coming. They're trying to do their own little Marvel, Sony,
And
extended
in
Spider-Man
Spider-Man,
universe.
the most
Yeah.
successful movie.
Yeah, it's
So-
still going to be big, and it's only picking up more and more steam.
Mhm.
You know, there's no way to get rid of its cash cow.
But I'm gonna go out and say I'm about 95% sure we are getting the trio of Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Because
Totally
I
agree.
don't think it's Tom Holland's Spider-Man
Yeah, I
that
agree.
Doc Ock is even talking to.
Oh no.
And he
I don't
says,
think so
"Hello,
at all.
Peter."
No.
And I
we
love the fact.
we will definitely see McGuire for that.
Oh,
So-
them, I think they'll reunite with Green Goblin and Octopus. Yeah,
God, I
Now, I
cannot
forget
that's gonna
wait.
be sick. I just
forget
love
who
that Willem
all-
Dafoe. Willem Dafoe is
Yep.
totally coming
Yes,
back.
Willem Dafoe. Who all
Mhm.
makes up Sinister Six again? Because we saw most of them. We saw
So,
Green Goblin. We saw Doc Ock.
uh,
I thought
We need to-
Mysterio was originally part of the Sinister Six.
Yeah, but that got
I mean,
that
'cause
got
Mysterio's
replaced with
dead.
Sandman, and technically,
And Sandman was in Spider-Man 3 with
Right.
McGuire.
I mean,
But
you have to.
I also
you have Mr.
think-
Sinister,
I
so-
think-
okay,
if
so
you slow down the trailer, they
Yeah.
show all six.
here's the actual legit six. It is Green Goblin,
Okay.
Doc Ock, Sandman, Electro, Vulture, and Mysterio.
Mm.
So
Okay.
we know Green
And we have
Goblin is in the
Yeah.
Willem
trailer.
Dafoe.
Yeah.
Doc Ock,
Mhm.
Yep.
McGuire.
Electro.
McGuire.
Electro. Now it's not the
Gar-
Electro from Andrew Garfield's
No,
universe.
This-
It is a different one, and he's got more of that yellow lightning, and he's kind
The
of more
old
that
costume.
classic.
but still
with the
Jamie
actual
Foxx.
suit
So
and everything.
he's,
Jamie
It's still
Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
yeah, so he's
Yep.
going to be a variant. That's what's so awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Sandman, I don't know if we saw him in the trailer or not. We'll probably have to go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
We know Vulture is alive and well out on the
Yep.
island.
Mhm.
So I could potentially see Michael Keaton coming back for it. However, though, if he does, it may be in a limited role because he's filming his scenes for the Flash.
Okay.
I feel like
So-
his character's gonna, because he is kind of conflicted. I think they're gonna have him like opt out of this one.
I have a feeling that since Vulture was pretty heavily masked as well as CG'd, he may just have a voice presence
yeah.
most through it.
And he may just
I
keep
would
the
see
helmet
that
on.
happening, as well as since Mysterio is technically gone from Holland's world and we haven't been introduced it elsewhere, maybe they'll bring in Scorpion from Holland's
Oh,
world.
and that was the rumor that if you slow down the trailer, you might see people are speculating that Scorpion is
Okay.
gonna debut.
and then we've got Mysterio,
Yeah.
which
He's dead
yes, but
technically.
Technically.
I mean, he blew
but
himself
he
up.
is
at
not.
least.
Well,
He
yeah.
is he's not dead in the Sam Raimi universe.
No,
True.
He's very much alive and well.
That's true.
and that is
Um,
Bruce Campbell, baby.
Campbell, which I would love that. I would
Oh my
absolutely
God, that'd
love
be
to have Bruce
so
Campbell
funny.
back. You know, I don't think we'll see it, but
I don't think so either.
that'd be absolutely cool. So it'll be interesting to see what variant of the Sinister Six we get. It may just end up being like it's just, Doc Ock, Green Goblin, and Electro, and that's the start for the Sinister Six.
Possibly.
You get them out to the island, and then out there is where everything gets formed.
Mm.
Because we do know with, like you look at the Spider-Man game, is that the Sinister Six escape from the raft.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm very much looking forward to it, but I'm kind of cautious because this can go one of two ways. It can go super well and accomplish a lot of things that we all hope it does with a live action Spider-Verse,
Mhm.
or B, it could be too much in one movie and kind of go off rails.
I think they're actually going to spread it. That they're going to continue it with Menace of the Multiverse. I think they're going to do that. And I also I'm curious if you guys agree. I have a feeling since No Way Home is coming out before Madness Multiverse, and how WandaVision ended, I feel like there's going to be a power trip between Doctor Strange and Wanda.
Yep. Oh, I will.
Wanda's going to come in and like, dude, what the hell did you just do? I need to come up and clean up your mess, type of deal.
And I kind of see something like that as well.
And then of course Doctor Strange was like, I studied all this like in a matter of a year or two, and I'm mastering it.
Well,
so
but then at the same time
is
she's also got the Necronomicon, which
True.
is the missing book from Doctor Strange's library.
Right, which is only one book from Doctor Strange's library.
Right.
But that does give her an advantage because
True.
her magic is the stronger of the magics.
It is.
So that does give her a leg up because what he doesn't know, he can't really figure out unless he's read that book. So
I mean, there also is a reason why Scarlet
which I'm still agreeing with Theo, because I feel that's just gonna make for like an epic magical fight, which would be sweet.
I think we're gonna see Scarlet Witch full power too, like fully unleashed.
Yeah.
Not just what we saw against Agatha.
Right.
I think it's going to be full
really
powered
interesting with the creation.
She's going to have more knowledge. Like, I agree.
The creation magic's going to be insane.
Because I mean, that's the thing is we already got to see Scarlet Witch when she's angry against Thanos, and just the sheer power. Now think about just when she's going to have this time now where she's actually able to learn. She's focused because she's kind of come to grips with Vision leaving and dying essentially.
We saw her hold off Thanos without actually knowing anything about her powers. And that's the thing is, in the comics, she's one of only a handful that have actually gone toe to toe and absolutely obliterated Thanos. Right.
So Captain Marvel's the other one.
Speaking of Thanos, did anybody watch What If this week?
Yep.
No.
Yes.
Last week's
episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude,
that was great.
Captain Genocide.
Nope.
Oh my god, it wasn't even just Thanos though. Like
the whole episode honestly was fantastic.
Was just amazing. Like
the voice actor for T'Challa was impressive, I'd have to say.
That's Chadwick Boseman.
That's Chadwick.
That's his last performance.
He recorded all of that before. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, well, that makes sense why it was really good.
Like, dude, I just gotta say, like that was, I have to say, with each episode, and I think it's the animation because it's so good. Like, I can totally picture it in live action, and I would love to see some of these. Like,
it'd be hilarious.
Right?
I mean, Josh Brolin, as the comic sidekick,
right?
Version of Dax.
Oh my god!
Drax having a bar and like just fangirling on Star-Lord. Yeah, dude. Yeah. That whole episode was just so good.
It was really good. I thought it was
the 3.
I think it was better than the first.
I thought it was better than the first.
I really enjoyed Agent Carter. I thought it was just a really cool like take on that first movie. Like it was, I enjoyed it.
I felt like it was just a little, like in comparison, it was a little one-dimensional for the what if in the story, whereas like it really branched out in the second episode. Because I mean, you got so many different characters change so much,
right? Nebula's good,
and then there's Nebula.
But
Drax,
then I would also say the third movie was like, or the third episode.
The third one was super good. Like that, I love that story.
I haven't seen this week's yet.
Oh my
I didn't
god!
watch this week.
Now that was like, what if?
Yeah, because
no joke.
What was the title again? It was like, what if the world didn't get their Avengers or something like that.
Dude. Or their first Avengers. Or it's just it's epic, dude. It was really good.
So anyways, Spider-Man, we're all gonna go watch it.
Oh yeah,
of course.
Oh, no doubt.
Absolutely.
Same with Shang-Chi and all of them. Like,
I can't wait for Shang-Chi.
I already pre-ordered my ticket for next week.
Marvel and Disney are saying though, and that's the scary thing is depending on Shang-Chi and how it does on this theatrical release, it
Okay.
could delay Eternals.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing is they made so much money off of doing the dual release in theaters and release to Disney Plus
Okay.
that they're cutting off part of that stream for 45 days. And where the question mark is the fact is that the Delta Plus variant is absolutely starting to devastate places right now in the US and around the world. So with that being said, I mean, even with us going to see the movies over the weekend and stuff, there's not a lot of people going out to the theaters right now.
No,
There's not.
No.
And I would say this in where we live in Arizona, like I said this last week, and even more so this past week, there are more people wearing masks than I would even imagine down here. So people are actually starting to taking it seriously. School districts, right? Finally, I mean, like you got school districts down here that are actually getting ready to enforce mask mandates and everything like that because it is, you had a high school over in Mesa that got hit pretty hard with COVID and everything.
Got shut down.
Yep.
I think, right? Yeah.
So, to our listeners and stuff like that, we talk about this every single week, but at this point, it's time to get off the bench. Stop the arguments of like, well, I want the teachers to be able to see my beautiful kid's face. Well, would you rather have your kid there at night, or would you be rather going to see the grave at this point? Because right now kids are making up the bulk of the cases, and
it's no longer it's no longer the elderly now.
Yeah, and and right now, granted, 12-year-olds and up are eligible for the vaccine. 5 to 11 is the next group up, and they're not forecasting that to be approved for emergency deployment until end of this year. So we still got 4 months, and we're going into the winter time where stuff like this, flu season, it transmits a whole lot more, and things are going to get a whole lot worse. I think it's funny. I saw a video of a guy down in Texas, I think it went before the school board meeting, and they were talking about the mask mandates, and he literally strips down to his underwear to make a point. It's like, well, I have to wear, for my job, I have to wear this jacket, this shirt, this tie. I don't want to do it. And he takes it all off, right? And throws it off to the side. And he goes, well, I don't want to wear pants either. Takes off his pants.
Yeah.
But he's making a point though that
it's the same thing for businesses. No shirt, no shoes, no service.
Yep.
It's the same exact thing.
So it's time to get off. It's time to get off the bench, guys. Stop. It's just a mask. And I want to applaud the school. Freaking Pierre. I want to applaud the school districts that are out there in Texas specifically, which is one of the most hard hit areas, that and Florida and whatnot. They found the school districts in Texas found a way around the governor's executive order. They are not instituting a mask mandate. They're making a mask part of dress code.
Yo,
yeah.
Get them.
And the governor has no way to even touch that because of Texas law. So they're making masks part of required dress code. But it is one of those things, guys. We have to do this, right? We're coming on almost a 2-year anniversary of this.
This is so crazy. Yeah.
We
have lived like this. All of us have gone through this
for almost
2 years.
Yeah.
How insane is that?
Yeah. I don't even remember the last time like I had a full-on party, like a full-on
right. Just
without having to show proof of vaccination, or without having to be.
Props to San Francisco. That is now enacted. You do have to show proof of vaccination to enter gyms, bars, restaurants, concerts.
Yep, everything.
Stadiums. So kudos to them for taking the right steps. It's just time. We need to kick this thing in the butt and whatnot. And then lastly, before we get into Gamescom and all that, do you want to send out our thoughts and prayers to all the families that are trying to evacuate out of Afghanistan right now? especially to the family members of the soldiers that got redeployed over there to protect everybody during the evacuation. So hopefully everybody gets out of there safe and sound. There was a suicide bombing that did take place earlier this morning, stateside time. And they're still coming in with some numbers of how many injured and killed and whatnot. So it's serious over there. And hope everyone gets out safe. So with that, let's talk about Gamescom. Opening night live, hosted by Jeff Keighley, was yesterday. And we'll just kind of go over some of the bigger highlights. There was a ton of games they showed during the 2-hour event. They started off with the Saints Row reboot, which is coming next year. It's just simply Saints Row. And honestly, it looks just as dumb and chaotic as the Saints Row have shown up with.
I love it.
Stick with what works, right?
Right.
Yes.
Because
it's fun.
Yep. And then we got a trailer for what has been up until this point dubbed Marvel XCOM, and that is Marvel Midnight Suns, which is coming from 2K and Firaxis. Firaxis is the team, of course, behind the XCOM series. It is going to be a tactical RPG, so along the lines of XCOM and like a Fire Emblem, things like that. You're fighting Lilith. And September 1st, they are going to do a gameplay demo.
Sweet. Also, we get a new character.
Yep, that you get to customize fully to kind of however you want to do it.
It's
better
it's
yet.
you. Yeah.
We're getting Blade.
Yep.
So
yeah, Blade, Magic. There are quite a few new characters. It looks pretty good.
Then they showed off an extended look at Call of Duty Vanguard, which is the new game from Sledgehammer. They're sticking with World War II. This game is going to focus more around the creation of some of those specialized units that have, like a SEALs type team, some, Spec Ops, those types of things. And you do see a little bit more prominent role for women in the game, especially the main character is a sniper for the Russian military, which is actually kind of historically accurate. And then they followed that all off, which I think was probably one of the peak of the show was Halo Infinite. One, it looks gorgeous. Two, though, is they made an announcement outside of December 8th, which is when we're getting the release. They announced these two guys.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The Master Chief Xbox Elite controller, and then the Xbox Series X Special Edition Halo console.
That actually looks really sick.
That console is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And as much as I would love to have that sitting on my desk, I still can't justify $550 to play Halo and Forza.
I'm buying that controller.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Of course you are.
It is already sold out, Jerry, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Damn, is it?
Yeah,
Dude, come on, man. We're in the age of bots, man. Like, if it's not sold out, then people don't want it. That's what it is. That's what it means.
So the Master Chief console is $549. The nice thing is it's actually got a blue lighting up in the top instead of a green. And then you've got the controller, which is using an iridium gold D-pad, metallic green, has a nice little carrying case, going for $200.
Nice.
Yep, you can switch out some stuff on it, and that's launching on November 15th and sold out.
$200 for an Elite controller. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want it.
Of course you do.
So
I think I'm gonna get it.
You gonna pay eBay money for that?
Yeah, try it.
I don't know.
Scalpers.
It's
that
not $200
for the controller.
Are you looking at paying PS5 money for that controller?
We'll see. I don't know, but I want it.
So
I don't
next
have
up-
an Xbox.
no,
I
he does
know,
not.
I still want it.
but maybe you'll
And-
finally like transition to like maybe some PC
and
gaming.
here's the thing though. With that, Pierre, Psychonauts 2, I can play on my PlayStation. It did release for the PS4 and PS5, so I don't need an Xbox for that one. Which is kind of nice though. I think that's the last game we're going to see from Double Fine that'll release, across multi-platforms. I think it's going to go Xbox from here on out. Yeah, Jason. Around here, we call it the speaker box in the fridge.
Speaker box.
Anyways, so then you had
Now, if they had the actual like fridge version of that, I would buy the fridge.
They have a
Oh,
mini fridge. They just
totally
they announced
no,
that too.
but of the Halo Infinite.
Oh, the Halo. I would buy that.
Yeah.
I would buy that.
Yes.
I would even buy that. But did anybody catch that actually like beautiful looking background that they recently announced? It was like, I don't know how to pronounce this, like Doke V, like DOKE V.
Yep. Which is kind of like a Pokemon
But it looks so gorgeous. Like it looks like you are playing like virtual reality or AR, or like, do you remember that movie Gamer with Gerard Butler? It's like doing that. Like you're just watching a real person play almost. It looks so good.
Oh, also that what they announced with the Xbox and the other controller. There's another controller that came out, and I thought of you, Matt. It's actually no, it's actually multicolored, see-through metallic, but it's based off of Forza.
Oh, that one, it's like yellow and pink, and it's a super cool controller. But again, it's like I can play, if I do xCloud on my iPad, I can use my PS5 controller. Okay. No, but it is pretty. I would probably more go for a Halo inspired controller, because I'm not a fan of some of the colors that they use for it, although the controller itself is very pretty.
It's very bright. Oh yeah.
In this thing?
Yeah,
that thing.
But it's also see-through, and like I thought it looked pretty cool, but
it's kind of spray painty.
Yeah, it's kind of a little too much, man.
Yeah, it is
interesting.
So following up the Halo news was TMNT Shredder's Revenge.
Yes.
Did we finally get a release date?
We did not. We did not get a release date yet for it, but they did announce that you have. You're going to get team attacks.
Oh.
You're going to be able to revive using pizza.
Sweet.
And April O'Neil is a playable character.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
nice. That's good.
How about a damn release date?
Oh, come on,
no.
man.
Let them take their time. Honestly,
no.
I'm okay with it right now.
Jerry?
They will always wait for Jerry to stop asking, and then you'll get a release date.
Yeah.
Exactly why we ended up getting a release date for Horizon, because Jerry stopped asking.
Yeah.
No, I stopped asking.
Oh, there you go.
But
I stopped asking.
Have we learned nothing from this past 2 years of getting really terrible launched games? Like, let them take their time.
Yeah. I'm just really, I really want to play it.
Well, yeah, no dub. I mean, you know what we should play too is Final Fantasy.
Is your queue completely done?
You know what we should play
there,
is Division.
Yeah, get back in the division, sir. Yeah.
There you go.
No, that's true. And plus, I'm
certainly have things to
replaying Ghost right now, so yeah, I get it.
Hey, speaking of Ghost,
I now have things to read with comics and everything.
Yes.
Yeah,
Speaking of Ghost, quick PSA for those out there that are watching and listening is that if you did play and own Ghost of Tsushima prior to getting the director's cut, we all know that there are loadouts in the game.
Okay.
Those are not turned on by default on the DLC and everything. So you do have to go into settings and gameplay and turn on the loadouts so all your loadouts show back up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that was bugging me. I had to do some research to figure out how to get those back because I had my standoff build, I had my archery build and all the different charms, and I was having to go back in and swap them all out. I'm like, no, this is dumb. So just PSA there. So then they had Super Monkey Ball, Banana Mania. They announced that Morgana from Persona is coming to join it. But it's $4.99 for
Okay, at
Morgana
least
to
that
join.
makes sense. It wasn't that great of a game.
Splitgate, which is Halo meets Portal. Was
okay.
made by a couple of guys from Stanford.
I've been seeing gameplay of that.
It has surpassed 10 million downloads across Xbox, PlayStation, and PC
Nice.
as a beta. So as of August 25th, yesterday, season 0 is starting. So they're actually going to start their seasons, and similar to like an Apex Legends and whatnot. So I want to say good for them, because people have latched onto it and are playing it. So
Flavor of the month, man.
Yep, flavor of the month, just like Fall Guys and all of that. So then we had a new trailer for Riders Republic. We had a extended trailer of Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, which will be coming out spring of 2022.
Sweet.
You had the new game Outlast Trials, which was announced. They're going to do a single player and a multiplayer on that. You had
See, you guys aren't alone. Pierre is trying to get me to play too.
Ooh, a Magic the Gathering comic coming out.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
You had an extended look at Jurassic World Evolution 2. Another trailer for Far Cry 6. You had a trailer for Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. Bandai Namco is getting into the theme park simulation game with a game called Park Beyond, where you can design coasters and stuff. It's like a roller coaster tycoon type game, which is coming out in 2022. They had another look at Jet the Far Shore, which is coming to Xbox, or not Xbox, but PlayStation and PC. That's coming out October 5th. Then, to me, although yes, Halo I think was the peak because of how anticipated it is. We did get some Horizon Forbidden West news. As anticipated,
I didn't even see this.
As anticipated, it is being delayed until February 18th. So happy early birthdays to Gerard and myself.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they released a 60 frame per second PS5 patch for the game. Yesterday, it went live at the time of the broadcast. And man, it is pretty on PS5.
Must be smooth as butter.
Oh, it is. It is smooth. It is gorgeous. And even playing with the up-res on the PS5 for the graphics, it looks so beautiful that I'm having a dilemma with either keep going with Ghost of Tsushima or go back into the world of Horizon. I am going to err just a little bit on the side of go finish off Ghost of Tsushima.
I mean, you got time.
But
yeah, you have time.
You got at least 5 months.
It's Horizon, though.
Is it going to take you 5 months to do Horizon?
No. So
I would imagine you get like 3 playthroughs of Horizon by the time it gets a Forbidden West.
And then lastly, the show ended on Death Stranding. Director's Cut coming September 24th. It showed off.
I have it pre-ordered.
I will be getting it.
Getting that too, Jason.
I can't remember. Jerry, did you actually finish Death Stranding?
I did not.
Nope.
Oh, okay. I just wanted.
I got to chapter 3.
I don't know anyone who has.
Okay.
But I'm going to try with the director's cut.
Because I thought both of you got a little bored with playing
Simulator
service.
I think my problem.
Mailman Simulator.
My problem was I got to chapter 3 and just kind of stopped playing it and moved on to some other stuff. And then trying to go back, it was super hard to go back to.
From like
playing everything else, just
from we were playing,
like where you left off, or like would have helped if you started over.
Mechanics. I would probably have need to start over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing. Like I got to like chapter 5, I think. I was doing like I was getting like I was on a good roll, but I got distracted with the I think 2 other games were coming out a month, maybe a month after Stranding came out, and then those were different mechanics, and it was an adventure like type game. So like going back to Death Stranding was just mechanics was just off. So I it kind of petered out, but I want to try it again because it was a very interesting game, and I was so close to finally getting weapons like guns.
Wait, it's 5 chapters and you still hadn't guns? No guns at all?
No.
Wow.
That's
an investment.
Weapons, but at a certain point you can start fabricating certain weapons that shoot like your blood, because that was the ammunition. But yeah, dude, and like I was kind of pissed. I was actually very close.
Yep. So they did show off the buddy bot, which will actually carry you as well as your stuff. They said they're going to get new facilities, weapons, and delivery missions. They're adding in jump ramps that you can do tricks on it. So think about it in terms of like tricky, on your motorcycle doing different tricks on it. They're adding in a racetrack, a little bit more robust photo mode. And then outside of ONL, Bungie did have their Destiny event, showed off the Witch Queen. So that content looks really cool. So for the Destiny
nice.
people out there, it's time. You guys are due for some good content that honestly, I like the twist that they're putting on it, that she's basically bringing the light to the dark.
That was unexpected for me, and I love that as well. It's so awesome. So
I didn't see that. I'm going to see that trailer.
Yep.
Yeah, the enemies now have the light subclasses that the
like Hunter,
all the Guardians had.
Yeah.
So now it's like full on, because like the Guardians have the darkness powers right now, and they're going to expand on that. But like it's just equals the playing field for everybody, and it's just going to be insane.
Yep. Oh, sweet.
All right. So kind of as we kind of get to that point of the night, so instead of doing a what have we been playing lately, since it's been a hodgepodge, let's talk about a 30th anniversary that happened over the last week, and that's for the Super Nintendo.
Dang, 30 years.
Think about 30 years for the Super Nintendo.
Man,
30.
Doesn't that make us all feel old?
Yeah.
And to a certain degree.
Yeah, to a degree.
Because I had one launch year. Like Christmas of launch year.
Yeah, see that's why it doesn't hit me as hard, because I don't remember launch year. I just remember.
Yeah, I was 3 years old at the launch year. So
damn. All right.
I mean, can you imagine me at 3 trying to play video games? At least knowing my parents.
You know what?
Like if I had Matt as my dad,
hold on.
At 3, like I would totally be playing right now.
My 4-year-old is playing.
Yeah.
New Super Mario Brothers U. He's playing Mario Odyssey. He's playing Mario Kart. So yeah. Pierre, yes, very much. He is the puppy of the group.
Bro, can you even imagine like if we were
Right.
kids at this day and age of video games?
Oh my god.
Can you imagine
my
that?
head would explode.
Just the amount
just so
of
spoiled.
options and everything. Oh geez.
Yeah.
My head would explode.
And
So
I got
crazy.
a question for you guys. I got a kind of an important question for you guys. So coming from your question, Theo, what kind of gamers do you think you guys would be if you grew up like now?
Now?
Yeah. Because think of it this way, like we all appreciate like various games, certain games. We have an appreciation for like old school RPGs and stuff like that. Growing up now, we don't know about all of that, and it's all new, or it's just not interesting. Like, what do you guys think? What kind of gamers you would be?
I personally think that if I grew up in this day and age gaming, I would end up being the kind of kid gamer that I'd want to punch.
Fortnite.
Yep. I would totally be one of those, like, or Call of Duty, or be like one of those like squeaky voiced kids that are saying like, or teabagging people and being a douche. I feel like I would be that kid, because I feel like the the foundation of like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega made me for a respectable player.
I
Agreed.
think I would still probably gravitate towards like the Uncharted's and Horizons, because I've always gravitated towards those style of games that have a little bit more story to them. That being said, though, I probably would be leaning more towards FPS though, because that's pretty much the predominant game around here. I don't think I'd be playing baseball games as much as I love baseball. I wouldn't be playing baseball games nowadays.
Do you think you would have even ended up playing baseball?
No, kids don't play outdoors these days.
Exactly.
I mean, that being said, I honestly, I definitely would have been into photography. That I could tell you that much for sure. Because it's a different age. If it's different day and age now, man. I mean,
Yeah,
when
that's true.
Yeah, very is much so.
when I look back when, you know, Super Nintendo era, right? We were all growing up in that era. We were all playing outside. You know, I can remember having kickball games out in the middle of the street, and everybody in the car. You know, I mean,
Nerf war going on in the street.
Deciding to upgrade from the wiffle ball to a tennis ball, playing out in the street and hitting, you know,
a racquetball with that sting.
Right. But no, I mean, it was a different day and age. I mean,
Yeah.
Definitely was. To get your answer though, Jerry, I still wouldn't play first-person shooters.
Yeah.
Like, I would probably. I mean, like, there was a time when I was playing Counter-Strike a lot with friends, but that was like the most first-person shooter it would be.
I mean,
but even
at least
today,
Division and Fortnite are still third-person shooters.
I mean, like, and I only play that once a week. You know, I think I would be more. I would gravitate probably go into like League of Legends, like actually like dive into it hard, like.
Yeah.
I could see that with you, Jason.
Be more like.
So you think
like
you'd be a young
MOBA.
PC player for sure?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Like definitely MOBA, MMO. Like
He wouldn't be playing.
Arena.
I don't think he'd be playing Final Fantasy though.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be playing Final Fantasy either though, but definitely it would be like
Well, I
a
could see you still
MOBA.
doing Final Fantasy.
MOBA for sure, if not like MMO of some sort. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't like I would definitely look into raid scenes because that's what I'd be down with. But I probably focus way more.
I could
like
see
League of Legends or something like that.
I can see Jason almost getting into
Heroes
like
of the Storm or
Smash
something.
Brothers, like
Yeah,
hardcore
yeah.
competitive Smash
yeah.
Brothers.
Or yeah, something competitive. Like that's what probably would be
Yeah.
zoned towards.
Not
as much one-on-one, but definitely MOBA of some sort.
Okay.
Interesting. All right. Good answers. I like that. I like
so.
it.
I'm gonna go from youngest to oldest for this part.
Hey.
Theo, top 4 games for Super Nintendo.
Easy, because I never had a Super Nintendo and only ever played one game. So that was
Top one.
Top one.
Just
one.
top one. It was Super Mario Brothers World 2.
So wait, you haven't even dove into the virtual console on the Switch?
I have not.
You should, man.
The
I
one that
know.
I pay for you to have?
Oh, dude, you should check them out, man.
Yeah, you should check out some of them.
Yeah, check it.
There are
yeah.
some classic ones out there.
Even just to experience it, like, dude, like you've played Mario Kart on Switch. Play it on Super
Play the
Nintendo,
OG.
bro.
Yeah, play OG.
Dude, it's so frustrating.
It's so rugged.
It's rough.
Yeah.
And yet we
rough.
thought that was like the coolest shit back then.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We thought like, oh, man, this is such a cool racer. Like,
Didn't
oh
they
man.
They still had drift in OG, didn't they?
It's not as you
No.
think. It's not as you
No.
think.
See, yeah,
Okay.
that's why I like check it out, bro. Even just to like
Go play it.
check. Yeah.
Jason, top 4.
Top 4. My personal top 4 definitely from number 4 to number 1 would be Final Fantasy 6-3. Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Then it would be Aerobiz. I don't know if you've played that one.
Ooh.
Aerobiz.
You're pulling out some weird shit.
Me and one of my friends would just play that nonstop because it was just such a weird game that we weren't just you had to build your empire and stuff like that. It was like one of the first like building, I guess, games where you would, what you did affected the future kind of thing.
Okay.
Number 2 is Super Bomberman. That was
I loved Bomberman on
my
Game Boy back in the day.
That was my jam. Even the 64 was my jam. But Super Bomberman, I even got the multi-tap for it.
Ooh.
So I could have 4
Sweet.
players. And
Nice.
then number 1 is Secret of Mana. I
Okay.
will never ever stop not playing that game. I still have my SNES all like wrapped up. If I bust it back
It's-
open, Secret of Mana is right there.
It's re-released
out on
on
Switch.
Steam
Yeah,
too as well. If
yeah.
you want on Steam.
So I mean, like, it's my number 1. Like,
What's your honorable mention?
my honorable mention, it's a good one. It's kind of hard to decide because there's so many that just like I grew up with, so many that I was like, of course you have like Chrono Trigger is up there, Earthbound is up there. But I don't know if I would give like the special award. Probably like Mega Man X.
Oh yeah.
Just right when it shifted over from the like 2D
NES to-
slow style to that fast pace.
Mm.
I think that's one I was just like, that's probably my my honorable mention.
Okay. Jerry, top 4.
Top 4. So the arcade version of the Turtles in Time, Ninja Turtles.
One of my 2 tied for honorable mention.
Oh, sweet. Well, that's what kind of like drew me to Super Nintendo. It was like, oh, dude, some of the arcade games like you can buy. So that's what got me into it. I would also say Mario and Luigi, or not Mario Yoshi World. Okay. What else? Probably, honestly, like with Super Nintendo, Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Yeah.
And for number 1, definitely what first got me into it, because I used to watch my Uncle John play and like I just copied him. Link to the Past.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. That's what really got me into Super Nintendo.
Nice.
So
Match
my
'em
top
up.
4. Number 4 would
I do have an honorable mention though.
yeah.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country.
Another one.
Nice. Another classic.
That's another classic. Yeah.
So number 4 for me would be SimCity,
Yeah.
Okay.
which was a launch
yeah.
title.
Yeah.
I spent. You want to compare hours? I probably spent more hours on SimCity than I have Animal Crossing.
You spent Skyrim
I wouldn't
hours.
doubt it, too.
Skyrim hours on that, didn't you?
Oh, so we used to have an island going for me and all of my friends in the neighborhood. And even if I wasn't home, they would come over and they would work on the city and stuff
I
as
wouldn't
we
doubt
were.
it, man.
Yeah, we had a lot
That's
of fun
awesome,
with it.
dude.
And to the point where I did do the trick to get the extra cash and build things out and whatnot. Man, I used to fill out the entire map to the point where I needed
listeners. Those were called cheat codes.
Yes. How it's a cheat code. Number 3 would be Super Metroid.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Number 2 would be Link to the Past.
Sweet.
My number 1 all-time game on the Super Nintendo happens to be my all-time favorite game of all time, Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger.
I'm actually a little surprised that you ranked a Zelda game over Metroid. I'm a little surprised by that.
Actually, yeah.
I spent more time on Link to the Past.
Good point, Theo.
Yeah, Link to the Past though. Like it was.
I mean,
like
honestly,
Zelda...
fine. 2A, 2B. If you really want to go that route, I mean, they're both right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I still love that Zelda. I mean, to me, Link to the Past is still, to me personally, I think it's the best.
Still
Zelda.
one of the best.
Yeah, it is the best. My honorable mention
for I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
For me, I'm sorry. Like my opinion changed because Ocarina is above that now.
I think Link to the Past still holds up a little bit more than Ocarina. I think if they do a straight remake and give a Skyward Sword treatment to Ocarina, Oh yeah.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
Ocarina from a graphics perspective is better. But my honorable mention along with TMNT Turtles in Time is Castlevania 4.
Castlevania. I thought you were gonna say
Oh
Killer Instinct.
yeah.
Honestly, I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna say
Honestly,
KI.
I was thinking Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct is right there too, but
Yeah,
like
there's so many just right there at the cusp.
I-
Where you just
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many. That's
But
right.
that
I
was
mean,
Super
there's-
Nintendo. Super Nintendo had
mean-
the library. Like back then,
Right.
it had.
I was-
library.
I was banned from
Awesome.
using Orchid on Killer Instinct by friends. I played that much of it. But I mean, but then you want to look at there's ActRaiser, which is another great game.
Mhm.
You know,
And, as we mentioned,
F-Zero,
Mario Kart.
and,
No,
you know,
F-Zero.
Mario Kart, you know,
Mario
Tecmo
Kart.
Super
F-Zero.
Bowl. I mean, there's so many good games, you know,
Yeah.
but that to me, like Castlevania,
That was a
honestly,
good
I
game, too.
never liked, you know, the ones on the Nintendo. I could never get into them. I just wasn't a fan. But then there was something about Castlevania 4 that I just loved
Mm.
and play. So yeah, it's Super Nintendo was, I think, honestly, is such a great console. And that was really what solidified my love for Nintendo was the Super Nintendo. So we'll, you know, N64, we got a couple more years and we'll be having a 30-year anniversary for that.
God dang,
You know,
30-year anniversary.
Maybe Nintendo as a Christmas present will give us all a Game Boy Advance or GameCube Virtual Console for the Switch, which would be great.
I mean,
You know, they have the
Bungie's
technology.
doing
Hey,
their
I want-
30 years pretty soon too.
Yep.
If they're gonna come out with something like that, I want Nintendo to bring back the Virtual Boy. Give me a
Oh,
Virtual Boy.
God.
Oh no.
God, no.
At this
please
at this
no.
point though,
Sorry,
with-
that was
Yeah.
their one failure.
Yo,
Yeah.
One
but
of their-
like that's why I want it, man. Like that's
That's why you want
just
it,
going down. Like came out in '95, you know. Like
Yeah.
I,
Did it
I
even
want,
come out with like more than like 3 games?
I think it was only like maybe 10 games in total.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, it
total.
was just
'Cause I just
and
remember seeing the,
absolute-
the
so
floor
bad.
model back at Toys R Us playing Mario Tennis.
Walmart. Yeah.
So bad.
yeah, dude.
So-
Like it is the original
Virtual
like,
reality.
VR console ish that was just so bad that it was
So
just
He's not
bad.
lying. He's not
Oh,
lying.
man.
oh man, give it to me, man. My eyes already hurt from
Right.
from
My-
Yeah,
my
remember
eyes were already-
but I
complaints
want
that
it,
came
I
out
want it.
like
Yeah.
gave
I
kids
want it.
headaches and migraines.
Oh, yeah.
They were playing
I
for
mean, you
hours.
got a
One of
headache
them.
just from the weight of that thing on your head.
Yeah.
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 Like
I
you had
want
to
it.
use that
I
tripod.
want
See, our
that
Walmart had the
so
tripod set
bad.
up for it, like glued
Oh,
into it, so
really?
you couldn't
Oh,
really do
dang.
anything with it. So,
So funny.
so with that being said, I want to thank everybody for crashing in with us tonight. For those that are came out, swung by chat.
Love you,
Pierre, miss you, buddy. We'll see you here soon.
Love you,
during
baby.
Our re-coordinating our plans. You know, for those that are listening to us on the podcast platform of the choice, you know, thank you as always, guys. It means a lot. If you like the show, please just, you know, let a friend know. You know, put it on social media, say, hey, give us a check out on that. I do want to say in these times, like we talked about with COVID and stuff, as well as I want to say, you know, for those that are on Twitch that are streamers that have been the victims of hate raids lately, it is a massively big thing, and you do have our support. You know, we may not be a big streamer like some of the others out there, but September 1st is a boycott day for streamers because Twitch is not doing anything for these hate streamers. Some of these streamers that are doing these hate raids, you know, there's a lot of anti-LGBTQ, a lot of racism. Some profiles even had the Nazi swastika.
Jesus.
So we are going to pledge our support, and we will not do any streaming on September 1st, along with everybody else. Because I think everybody can do their part. And I think it's time we all step up and be part of the solution, not the problem. If you stay on the sidelines, like some prominent streamers that have come out over this past week and just say, well, if somebody else does it, I'll do it. You know, we don't need you, especially ones that are using the R word and saying it's okay to use it. It's not okay to use the R word. It's not okay to compare natural disaster victims to animals and wishing that a hurricane did a better job of wiping them out. So those are the kind of things that people are fighting against on Twitch. And, to the same point, YouTube has the same problem, but you know what? Let's step up. Let's be kind to each other, guys. Like we always say,
Right.
Jason says, be kind, rewind. I say, be excellent to each other. And, I'm not even going to say stay frosty. I'm just going to end it like this, guys. Just please, just be excellent to each other. Let's make this world a better place.
Yeah.
Jerry?
That's right. A better place, a lovelier place. It's our home. Let's treat it as such. And everyone, please, like Matt said, let's support each other. Let's lend a helping hand. Show your support to the Black Lives Matter LGBTQ community. Stop that Asian hate. It's amazing that we still have to kind of keep going through this, guys. Come on. Like, let's just be kind. Like everyone said, let's just,
we're coming up on 2 years of Black Lives Matter too.
2 years.
I mean, when you think about it,
just be kind, lend a helping hand, give a hug consensually, or a crisp high five. Like I said, thank you guys for listening.
Remain socially distant and just do an air high five.
Yeah. Or just you, bro.
You. Thumbs up.
Finger
Yeah.
Hey, Fonzie it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. There you go. See? Spread the love.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you guys. Jason?
Spread the love, not the germs. Mask up. But please do get vaccinated if you have the ability to. We're seeing a lot of stuff happen in Florida because a lot of people are not vaccinated. So I'm sorry to call you guys out in Florida, but you guys do need to get called out. Like, that is ridiculous what's going on. To all the people that are going back to school now, teachers especially, still stay safe. I know you guys are getting tested very, very frequently. But if we get everybody going on this vaccination train, we could not have to worry about it as much. A lot of the people that are getting sick with the vaccine are not going through half of what some of the people are going through, and we're getting a lot of healthy people our age, in the young 30s, that are starting to just pass away because they're just refusing to get the vaccinations. So please get vaccinated. It's inconvenience for like 2 months, and then you're okay. Then we can keep going on. As Matt said earlier as well, we are coming up on a 2-year anniversary of literally doing this, just standing or staying inside, having to use Grubhub, using like Uber Eats, having to go on Zoom chats, on Skype chats, Yahoo chats, to have any sort of socialized, face to face. Minus all the gaming that we're doing, the gamings are declining in like how we're used to seeing them because of this. We have delayed games left and right, delayed movies left and right. So please, in order to get ahead of all this, we do need to get safe. We do need to get vaccinated. We do need to get socially distant. And please, just be conscious about all that. Help people out. A lot of people are hurting right now, so please just help. Be kind to each other. Be kind. Rewind. And Theo, if you have anything else to add, my man, how it is.
I do. Well, everybody out there, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Till next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.